The shockwaves following the US president's recognition of Jerusalem al-Quds as Israel's capital continue as more and more world leaders react to Donald Trump's move. Muslim countries have lashed out at the US, with Iran strongly condemning Trump's decision to relocate the American embassy from Tel Aviv to al-Quds. Iraq's foreign ministry summoned the US ambassador to Baghdad, demanding that the White House reverse its decision. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said the White House completely disregarded a 1980 UN resolution regarding the status of al-Quds. Palestinians have condemned Trump's move as a declaration of war, and Russia, China and the EU have also opposed the recognition of al-Quds as the Israeli regime's capital.
He doesn't like working within the global community and having them hamstring the United States, so he doesn't like what has also been tried before by Obama.
The war has been ongoing because they think that by backing Israel, it will serve their interests in the Middle East. And I hope that there are some Americans who are watching this. It will not serve your interests in the Middle East. It will harm them forever. And this move yesterday has gained you more than 1 billion Muslim enemies. So, no, the war has been going on, it hasn't just started.
This Zionist project is also a declaration of war, and it has continued for over a century. Trump's move yesterday to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of the State of Israel, and his plan to move the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem are part and parcel of this Zionist colonial project, which is supported mainly by the government of the United States of America.
The US has been pushing for what it calls the two-state solution to the Palestinian issue for years now. Many believe that the Trump administration's move to recognize al-Quds as Israel's capital and his plan to relocate the US embassy to the Holy City has sealed the fate of the two-state solution, and that the initiative is dead.
I believe that the move by President Trump yesterday was an attempt to put another nail in the coffin of the two-state solution. And it was an attempt by the United States government to promote the Zionist one-state solution, which is to say that Israel will annex all of Palestine and run it as a Jewish theocratic state with few or if any rights for the Palestinians. In other words, it will tend to be an apartheid regime.
Meanwhile, Israel is the sole entity on earth which has welcomed Trump's decision, and some observers say the US has in fact given a carte blanche to the regime to push ahead with its scheme to Judaize al-Quds and empty the city of Palestinians. This is while al-Quds is the third holiest site for the Muslim world, and it is not only important for Palestinians.
They don't need America's permission or anybody's permission to do what they do. They have been ethnic cleansing Palestine for the last 100 years. And this give them more momentum to do it, because they know nobody is going to oppose them, especially the most powerful evil empire known to man, the USA. They have Congress in their pocket, they have the Senate in their pocket, they have the mass media in their pocket, and they have the financiers in their pockets. Even the movies in LA is in their pocket, and they always portray us as terrorists and killers, while Israel is whiter than white.
The US has tried to paint itself as an impartial mediator of peace between Palestinians and Israel, but neither the Palestinians nor other Muslim nations have ever regarded Washington as neutral when it comes to Israel and its existence in the Middle East. The previous US administration adopted an ostensibly more balanced policy on the matter, but even that administration foiled numerous efforts by the Palestinian Authority to push for statehood. In contrast, the Trump administration has openly sided fully with Israel. Trump has supported the Israeli settlement expansions, which are all illegal under international law. His latest move to recognize al-Quds as Israel's capital is seen as yet another sign that the US has never been a bona fide mediator, as the first and foremost requisite of any peace broker is neutrality.